Hello and welcome, it's Darius Barazandeh. Thanks for opening up the email. I want to give you some activations that have been really powerful for me this holiday season, and also talk a little bit about some of the tools that have been developed by our friend Peter Schenk and let you experience a little bit of the frequency. And we're in my living room and it's Christmas, week before Christmas. There's a lot of good energy, but I recently had a situation that I shared on the call with my boys, and I want to share what Peter sent me that actually I was able to use to help move some of that energy. Now, you've probably heard about this, and this is the Mirror Compass Rose. And the situation that came about was that my boys were actually having really bad nightmares. For about a week and a half, they kept having these nightmares in their room. Now, they sleep together, partially because of the fearful nightmares they were having, and they kept coming into my wife and I's bedroom. So we were really having a hard time sleeping, and it was just really wearing us down. Plus, we didn't like the emotional upset that they were going through because these are really hard. Well, when I got this Mirror Compass Rose, I actually set it up in my office and I followed the instructions, and I want to share what basically the instructions are. First thing you do when you get it is you are going to turn this ring. This is a separate ring that is detachable. You're going to basically turn this ring 360 degrees, starting with the northmost point. And then as you turn it all the way around one full rotation, you are going to say the words, "I honor the space in which you exist." Now, this basically is what's called an energy transformer or an energetic transmutation device. And I'll share what happened with my boys, and then I want to talk about energy transmutation versus energy clearing, because it's actually pretty important in light of what ancient alchemists understood about energy transmutation. What happened was I left this in my office, and I left it facing, of course, pointing north, almost exactly as the pyramids were perfectly positioned to point north, south, east, west. With this, you basically want to utilize that same ancient energy that the Egyptians recognized, and you want to point these different points in the right place, and each one of them have a marking. And this is designed to actually clear the energy of your home, of your land, of a building that you live in, the area around you. And as Peter's indicated, according to him, that nothing that vibrates below this energy can actually occupy the same space as this device. So here's what happened with this. Once I put that there, the boys stopped having nightmares. No questions, nothing. No questions asked. It was it. The thing stopped. They slept better. They felt better. Whatever it was causing it. I don't know if it's something in their own energy field, something in their collective memory. I don't have any idea, but I know the nightmares completely stopped. And this was the only thing that stopped it. And I had done a lot of stuff. I mean, I was doing some energy clearing in the room. I was doing certain things, calling in, some higher guides. It didn't help. This helped. I don't understand the reason why, but I want to share what I think is happening. So basically, when we talk about energy clearing, we're basically trying to take the energy of a space and we're trying to actually clean it out, and we're trying to let the things that don't need to be there, be it in our energy field or around us, go. And this is really big in the holiday time because we can go through our life and pick up a lot of things. We can pick up a lot of energies around this time of the year, old memories, old patterns. What I believe these are doing, and the ancients understood this, was much more of like an alchemist, was about transmuting energy, was about taking the energy that is right now in the field, let's say, of my house, and actually sending that energy that's of lower vibration out, and then bringing in and changing the energy that's left into the highest vibration energy. So we're not just like clearing it, we're actually transmuting it into something else. We're taking the ions or the lower vibrational essence of that, be it something that is darker or heavier or emotional memories that aren't good, and actually letting them go. So this tool, the Mirror Compass Rose, and it is a pretty big thing, actually did that incredibly well for my boys. And you'll see on the box, we have a lot of these ancient symbols and these galactic symbols that Peter downloaded. I wanted to share this because transmutation is actually about that. And we are going to do two things on this video that I want to share with you. I want to do two activation, transmutation, incantations or affirmation mantras for you to transmute energy in your field. Very similar, not as powerful as what we have here, but very similar. And I want to share that story because it's pretty profound. But I also want to share these other two devices that I got from Peter that we've talked about a lot. And these are the I Am pyramids. Now let me show these to you. They come in these absolutely spectacular boxes that have all of these I Am mantra symbols, or the real name as Peter calls them. And these are amazing. And I'm going to share a little story about this because I'm very sensitive to energy. Things tend to have impacts in my life and I can feel them relatively quickly. We had a little bit of a situation this morning. And I called my mom, it was my grandmother's birthday, and found out she was in the emergency room. Pretty traumatic thing because, you know, it's the holidays, we want her to be okay, we love her. And immediately I could feel a lot of this fear and energy coming up and a lot of the anxiety and me not being there as a grandson. And my mom is also, you know, she's in her late 70s, so it's not easy for her to be navigating that with my great-grandmother. With my grandmother, excuse me, she's the boy's great-grandmother. When I got these, they were sitting in my office on the floor, and when I opened them up and I took them out of this box, so these pyramids come out, the two that resonated most with me were I Am Presence and I Am Source. And I immediately began to feel an energy of calm, an energy of spaciousness, an energy of more light, an energy of more love. And an energy of presence, because that's what this is. I could literally feel everything tingling and vibrating, and just almost as if, again, things were transmuting. That fear energy, that worry energy, that feeling of not being there, and like there's only so much I can do. Oh my gosh, I want to be there. It was left me with a state of peace and calm. So I say that because these, again, didn't clear the energy out. These actually transmuted the energy. And there may be people, that, you know, like if you're here today and you're feeling a lot of these frequencies right now, being this time of the year and this time that we're in, and there's a lot going on where you start to feel the energies come in, these can be some really powerful tools to help move that frequency out of your field. And also change it into a space around you and in your work environment, in your home environment, where you are much more free and much more able to hold higher space. Now, the pyramids are interesting. I want to share a little bit about this because as I started researching this, transmutation plays a big role in what's happening with these things. So when we look at this, what we're actually looking at is an energy generator. The pyramids, we know, are generators of energy, and they actually have the ability to pull out electromagnetic energy in our field that may be negative and lower. They're also made of a conductive material, so they can draw in energy that is less than this I Am source frequency. So if you think of everything having a frequency, I Am source, if I hold that energy in my field, that has a certain vibration. If I hold I am fearful or I am lacking, that's also a vibration. So when I hold I am source in my field, I feel better. These may very well be pulling in energy, lower vibrational frequency, and transmuting it into source energy. And this is what the Egyptians, many people believe, understood. They understood these were not only drawing in higher dimensional energy, they also were sending out through the eye higher dimensional energy. So these have been a really interesting tool, and Peter's made them available. We've been talking about them. This one is I Am Presence. And we've got many of them, and they are perfect gifts for the holiday, for the busy people in your life, or even for you. There's I Am Presence, I Am Purpose, I Am Love, I Am Fertility, I Am Healthy, I Am Source, I Am Fearless, I Am Capable, so many. And I want to do this for everybody here. Since you took time to listen to some of how these things are impacting my life and how they're being used, I want to share two of my favorite activations. And we can just take a moment, because I never know where you are at in your field or how your energy is moving. So I'm hoping that the vibration of these items right now actually moves your field into a higher space while we do this activation. So I'm going to move the camera a bit, and I want to read to you some activations while I actually take a moment and focus on these two. Put your hand on your heart, and we're just going to hold the space right now of I am presence, no matter what's going on in your life. I am presence. I am the conscious creator and director of my future. I choose from my own free will to become an intensified individual with a clear focus of self. I have the innate ability to project poise and self-assurance. I am beyond merely existing, but I am the master of this moment and all future moments. I am presence. I am source, the origin of which all intentions stem from. I originate peace, love, balance, strength, inner beauty, and anything and everything meant to inspire and perfectly nurture. Rising in me is the balance to coexist with the universe and spark the perfect combination to inspire and grow. I am source. So these are the tools, and they've been very beautiful. And if you feel any difference today plugging into that and feeling that frequency, let us know. Will you write me back on this email and let me know if it shifted your state like it's been shifting mine? We've had so many stories, and I'll include some down below, of people experiencing big shifts like I did at the moment they begin to open up these boxes, the moment they begin to just plug in and receive these and touch them. And again, I believe it's a transmutation device that essentially is using a lot of ancient principles and alchemical principles to change the energy field around us. And it is amazing that this is coming out, that people are realizing it, they're realizing it's possible, and Peter is making it possible for so many to experience it. And I hope by sharing these activations, I did the same for you. So much love. I thank you for being in my life, going down this journey with me. And remember, you are an unlimited being. You can create any life you choose, and humans are free. And if you're interested in looking at any of the other activations that Peter's included, these are the ones that I read. They are all on the page down below. Plus, you can also feel into which activation could serve you and learn more about these incredible devices. They are truly beautiful, truly astounding, and truly a gift for anyone in your family and in your home. Much love and light. We'll see you in the next You Wealth Revolution session. Bye, everyone.